folks, it's the Pod Squad on Thursday, as usual. Wendy Card and Jane Maulucci. Jeremy LeRay is supposed to be joining us in a little bit. So thanks for joining us today. It is February the 24th, 2022, and this is episode, drumroll please, 209. And one of our special guests today is going to be Commissioner Doug Anderson of the East Carolina Amateur Baseball Association. And he'll be joining us today to talk all about baseball. Now, that's really spring fever, don't you think, Wendy?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I can't wait. So, yeah, I've been meaning to catch up with them for probably a couple months now. We've been back and forth, and so hopefully we'll hear what's happening with them. And today, learn with us as we talk about the people, places, and the great happenings in our great town of New Bern and surrounding areas. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to chime in. This is not about us. It's about our community. And we would love to know what's happening in your neck of the woods. Do you have any announcements? Share those with us because this is a community podcast, video cast that goes on the radio. So it's all about our great town. So
that's right.
And River Bend, where Jane's at. And Jeremy, hopefully Jeremy LeRay may be joining us this afternoon. And he lives in Jones County, Pollocksville, I think. So
yep.
Yeah.
In Pollocksville. Yeah.
It's all about local. And
that's right. We're all connected.
Yeah. Guess what?
What?
We have a contest.
You do? Okay. Yeah. So what's the contest?
Okay. For a chance to win a gift certificate to McCoy's barbecue and grill.
Oh.
What is the name of the freshwater salamander? And right now it's currently on the endangered
species?
I'm sorry. No. It's threatened species list. So what is the name of the freshwater salamander found in the Neuse and Tar River basins?
And it's on the threatened species.
Species list.
So because there could be other freshwater salamanders, but this is the one that's being threatened. So we want to prevent that. Okay.
It's got a cool name too. So
I'm sure. And so somebody can answer that online on the Facebook page. And then we'll see that answer. And if we get more than one who has the correct answer, then Wendy will throw the names in the hat and draw one, and you'll get a gift certificate to McCrory's barbecue. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, McCoy's, and that's on Neuse Boulevard right up. So
nice.
We got all kinds of delicious food. And so Jane, how have you been? I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it has been a couple of weeks. Oh, the usual, suspects. I got to tell you that this has been some phenomenal weather that we've had off and on, and we did make a trip to the beach a while ago, so that was pretty cool. So this is such a great place to live because we get to tell all of our friends and relatives up north, hey, it was 70 today, haha. And they're saying, yeah, and we've got 8 feet of snow. It's like, haha. So it's one of the things I love about being here. But then with the Coastal Women's Forum, we've got our trade share coming up. Now, trade share is a little trade show for the Coastal Women's Forum members. So if you're a member, you can reserve a booth. And that's a 6-foot long table. And it's going to be at the Flame. And it's a really neat event because there's, like almost 150 members of the Coastal Women's Forum right now. And so, let's see, 50 or so will be able to put up a display of the things that they do. And it's everything. I mean, we've got a woman who does Tupperware. We have another woman who, we've got a couple of lawyers in our group. We've got all ends of the spectrum in there. Retailers as well. Carolina Creations. Ginny's part of this too, so it's really kind of a neat thing. But the event is going to be at the Flame, and we're going to have a lovely dinner on the run. So there'll be stations set up with all kinds of great food. And it's $27 if you would like to attend the event. You don't have to be a member to attend, but you do have to be a member if you're going to put up a display. And those spaces have to be reserved ahead of time. So all of you ladies who are members and are hearing this right now, if you haven't reserved your space, You got to do that. They've got to get that right away. And again, that's at the Flame on March 3rd. And the Flame is at 2302 Noose Boulevard. And you can get your tickets and reserve a spot for this to attend by going to the Coastal Women's Forum website. And again, it's $27 per person. And it's a lot of fun. There'll be raffles. There'll be great information. There'll be really good food because Smoke always does such a wonderful job. And it'll be a lot of fun. And you'll get to learn a little bit more about all the business people that we have here in New Bern. So come and join us.
And the Coastal Women's Forum that you all are, the members are coming back right after COVID.
Yeah, it's been super. We've been having meetings in person. I was at a meeting just a few weeks ago when we met at the New Bern Golf and Country Club, and we had a wonderful speaker who was talking about self-care and how to keep your stress levels down, and when to turn off the television and when to take a walk, and just things like that we all need to pay attention to, especially when you get still kind of skittish and nervous with masks on, masks off. Maybe we should get clappers. Would that work? Masks on. So anyhow, it's great. It's really nice to see all of us able to get back together again. It's really a joy to get to talk to people.
Yes, and I remember when we went on a camping trip. So I mean
that was a while ago. Yeah,
it was a long time ago. But there's so many different people that are members of the Coastal Women's Forum. So to me, like every time I go, I feel so welcome. I kind of lacked my membership lapse there for a little while, but everyone's so welcoming, and it's a great place to meet really good people and delicious food. And that trade share, I remember back, was it the first one was at the Chelsea maybe, or
yeah,
and then the Harrison Center.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's grown. It's come quite a long way. So
yes, because it used to be you would get like just about a 4x4 little piece of real estate that was yours to put a display on, and now we've gone big time. So this is, I think, the second or third year that we've had it at the Flame, and it's wonderful because you get a whole 6-foot table to put your display on, and you can stand there and talk to people, and it's great. It's a great opportunity to learn about what each of these little businesses is doing, and some of them aren't that little, I got to tell you. And it's everything from there's an Airbnb that's on a boat, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool.
You got a lot of different opportunities to meet and figure out some great people that are here in our business community. And of course, the mission of the Coastal Women's Forum is networking, education, and encouragement. So when you go to any of our meetings as a member, you of course get to network with everybody. There's always an educational part of it. There will be a speaker that talks about anything from how to do business better to just how to do life better. And then the encouragement is that you've got all these other great women around you, and you can say, hey, who do you know that knows something about this? And they'll say, oh, talk to so and so, or she can help you with that. And whether it's personal or professional, they're ready there to give you some encouragement and help you get through it. Because pretty much whatever you're going through, somebody else in that room has already gone through it, and they can help you do it more easily. So yeah, it's a wonderful group. I'm very thrilled to be part of it. And having moved here a little over 10 years ago now, it was the first organization that I joined, and it was a really big benefit to be able to have that whole network of people and welcoming group, as you said, Wendy. That's what's really amazing. I can say that in Connecticut, I would not have found such a welcoming group. But here in New Bern, North Carolina, it's marvelous how we can work together.
Yeah, and it's the only group I belong to. I mean, I don't really have a lot of time, but it's nice to be able to, if I want to go to lunch or whatever, and just catch up with people. So it's not real demanding,
Right.
But real quick, guess who we have? Oh,
who do we got?
He's walking around. Jeremy, are you gonna be ready? Oh, he's off screen right now. Okay. So give me the thumbs up if you're ready, buddy.
I think I got sound.
There you go.
He is.
Hey,
Hey,
you guys hear me
Jeremy.
all right?
We can hear you.
Hey, I
Nice
messed
to
up my
see you.
time, I guess. I apologize. I should have been here before now. So anyway, good to see you all.
Good
You're
to see
here.
you.
You're here.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to be looking off to the right to see you all. So I'm looking at the camera this way. So hopefully that's okay. So what did I miss?
You missed me talking about the Coastal Women's Forum, something that you're really familiar with.
Yes. Well, existentially, I guess you
Yeah.
might say. So with Marianne's involvement there. So very
Yeah,
good.
absolutely. Yeah, she's a strong member for our group and always a big help. She makes all of us look good, literally.
Yes. Yes.
Well, very good.
And Jeremy is New Bern Now's peace of mind. He's been for 10 years almost, I think. And he just celebrated very close to it because, I think it was 2012.
Okay.
But I need to look at our records. But anyway, you just celebrated your 10th year anniversary. Yay. I'm
Round of
sorry
applause.
we missed it. That's congratulations.
Thank you. No, that's fine.
Wonderful.
It was one of those things we had been trying to kind of come up with something we could do, and the Chamber of 4 Hours was a good opportunity. So just something to, I guess 10 years is worth making note of, I guess.
Oh yeah.
That's a big deal. Yes.
That's great.
I was trying to look back and see when I had started doing some web stuff, and it goes way back before even 2008. So I don't know. It's just amazing. Time goes by so fast. So that's how things go. I was going to share a little bit, and I didn't ask you this one. You didn't give me much of an agenda, but I was going to give, if it wouldn't be too boring, a little bit of the story of how I got started.
Oh,
if that's okay. But is that all right? Give me a
second. Please. Yes. Yeah.
I shared just a little bit of it at our before hours the other day without trying to get too boring or too detailed. But I think it's good for folks to understand kind of where people how they got started with things, especially in business. Business is so hard, and maybe to hear some encouraging things. Sometimes it's a kick that makes you do that thing you've been putting off doing. But I'll just say I started at NC State way back when with a biology degree. Graduated and ended up working at Glaxo doing cancer research, and I stayed in that field, which was really my biology degree for a while. And that actually took us to Colorado doing the same thing. Marianne went out there and did some banking stuff at the time. But anyway, we ended up loving it out there. But when my son was born, we just decided that we were just too far away from home and family. And we wanted to head back to Eastern North Carolina because that's where our roots are. I'm from Wilmington originally. And it made sense to move back to the family farm. And that's how I ended up in New Bern. But I was Mr. Mom for a couple of years. So Marianne had started her Mary Kay business, was doing great, and kind of needed to kind of switch things up being in a new state. And so I took care of Josh for a couple of years, really, and had a great time. I mean, I wouldn't trade that for anything. It wasn't easy, but I was helping her with her business and just doing some marketing and that sort of thing. And as Josh got older and her business was growing, I decided it was time for me to maybe look for something else. And at the time, I had been, I've always had I won't say a passion, but an interest in information technology, computer stuff, that sort of thing. So I went to work for Jenkins Gas as an IT person, doing just general computer support stuff, but also for their truck computers, so where they, you get gas and they print out a receipt for you. Fast forward several years, great experience, coast to coast travel, had a great time. And but after several more sellings of different companies, I ended up getting laid off in 2012. Before that, I had started doing a little bit of web stuff for our church, for the Rotary Club, that sort of thing. So I had some interest in that and had a few clients. Going way back, I can think about some of the folks that are still with us. But anyway, and you get laid off. And so that's the kick I'm talking about. It's like, well, I'm enjoying this, but I can't ever imagine leaving my job to do this. Well, I kind of got that help when the day I was the last person in the gas company in Pollocksville, so I knew it was coming. I closed the building essentially. But anyway, so Marianne and I were like, well, what are we going to do? Well, let's just try this web design thing and see what happens. So that's what we did. I had a good friend, Mr. Bobby Bell, who offered me some office space and trade for some IT support for him. That was kind of the little bump I needed to get some space in New Bern. Marianne and I were sharing a bad internet connection at the house in Pollocksville. And there was just no way I could do what I needed to do. So having the office in New Bern was great. So he and I reminisced on that a little bit at our before hours the other day. But the office is actually where Harris Teeter is now. So if you can remember, there was woods there. I was in a little office back behind his Nationwide building, and we knew it was, the property was sold. We knew Harris Teeter was coming. It was just kind of a matter of time. So, but anyway, that's how I ended up where I am now, down on Metcalf Street. And my Mr. Tom Southern across the hall from me, we were talking about, well, how long have you been here? He said, just a couple of years, right? And I'm like, well, let me go check the paperwork. I moved here in 2017. So just another example of how fast things go by. But yeah, so here we are 10 years later, still rolling along. And it's just a testament to our community and the folks that support each other. And, one of those things, you just can't do it without the help of a lot of folks. So, and Wendy was there at the beginning with me. We had a great little mastermind. She and Peggy Barnes and myself. We had a great
our Hangouts, Google Hangouts.
That was our Google Hangouts, and we went to a restaurant every now and then.
Yeah.
But, anyway, those are good times. Good starting to things. And I actually saw Peggy had done a reel this morning. I think it was the first time I'd seen her do a reel. So you have to check that out on Instagram if you haven't seen that yet, Wendy. So
I need to learn more about all that stuff. I think it's past time that we do a social media summit. And actually right now is a perfect time because we can bring people together from all different places. Yeah. And sure, we want to do a big event, but right now, the cash stream isn't there for that. And this is very convenient, and anyone can listen after the fact, so maybe we can do just a summary, and then after we can, why am I echoing here? Okay.
That was my sound. I haven't done this with this setup before, so I guess I'm all right.
Hey, Ted Peterson. Hi, guys.
There's Ted.
You look good there, Ted.
Oh,
Marianne's there.
There's Marianne.
Very good. So
beautiful photo.
But yeah, so I don't know how much more time you've got, but yeah, going through the whole social thing, I think that's a good thing. And so many things have changed, and then yet a lot hasn't changed.
Right.
Kind of the more they stay the same, more things change, more they stay the same, as we say. But yeah, I mean, you're going to start going through these different things with Facebook. Then you got Instagram, then you got Instagram Reels, then you got TikTok. I actually listened to a podcast the other day. They were saying you need to be on TikTok for your business, and I was like, what? So it's just, it's kind of you find your people where you find them. But anyway, there are some professional people on TikTok, but I think you have to find them before they actually show up in your feed. You got to kind of know where to go, because otherwise you get the normal TikTok stuff, which is
entertaining, but maybe not educational.
That's right. It's a rabbit hole you get on for a long time. So.
Yeah, it is a rabbit hole. And actually we set up an account, and Laura's like really creative and I'm really boring. So I'm like, you got to figure something out, because I have no creativity when it comes to all that stuff. But there really is, a lot of people are saying, why aren't you on TikTok? Well, now I am, but I haven't done anything on it. But, I'm still on Twitter, and Twitter, people have come back, and honestly, it's not like the battle of politics or any of that like it used to be, at least not in my feed. And I'm very impressed. It's not the haters, and, I shouldn't say haters, the people that really are kind of trying to.
It's a friendlier
pester people.
Well, and I always tell the story about my Twitter story was how I met Zach Fraley. If you all remember, Zach Fraley was here for a while, but I was doing some kind of Twitter filtering thing. The problem with looking at Twitter, at least at that time, for New Bern, if you're trying to just search for a New Bern text type tag or something, you'd always see something on New Bern Avenue in Raleigh, because there was always an accident. There's always an accident. So you have to say, New Bern, not New Bern Avenue or something like that. Anyway, Zach was coming here. I think his wife was interviewing for a teaching position, and he just threw out, hey, what's a good place to eat in New Bern or something? And I happened to catch it, and he and I had lunch together not long after he moved here. So just kind of neat how that can kind of work out. But that's a good positive social media thing. But I think it all comes down to being helpful and trying to find a way to
Yes.
interact with people and being helpful.
Absolutely.
And no matter where that is, what channel that is, on what piece of social media, and just kind of putting something out there and letting people be entertained, but also helped along the way too, I think is that key part of that. And then always send them right back to your website. So I think there's too many times too that we forget we still need to do things on our website and change things occasionally. I'm guilty for that. I mean, I'm always telling my clients, but I'm just as bad. I need to do it as well. So do as I say, not as I do. Maybe some of those types of things, but yeah, we're trying to work on a new logo and update to our website too. And
Wow.
I mean, I feel your pain. I know everybody else that's dealing with what it feels like. You've got to kind of just say, we're going to do it. I think the last time I redid my website, I just broke it. So I just started working on it. I just started working on it live, and it was like, that's my motivation because it's junk.
You have to do it. Yeah, you got to do it. You got to fix it
right.
now.
If I don't fix it now, so
make it all better.
Procrastinate it away. So anyway.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I don't have anything else really to add. I just wanted to kind of share that a little bit
well, Jeremy, you've done a great job for the New Bern Now site, and it's really just cooking along. And as a reader of that site and a person who uses that site, I really appreciate all your efforts to keep it organized and easy for us to get in there and find the information we need. So it's great. It's really neat. And I know you've upgraded it a few times too. So
and I knew I was coming. Obviously, was going to be here this afternoon, but I wanted to try and touch base with Wendy before. But I have experimented with something else that I wanted to share with you later. So it's hidden in the back. So, but I was working on that this morning, but just trying a different layout. I wanted to share with you later, Wendy, so we can talk about that later. But thank you, Jane. I appreciate you saying that. It's a pleasure to work with Wendy for all these years. And she built this website from scratch and she had all kind of figured out. And I just kind of came behind and kind of helped her organize it, clean it up a little bit so it keeps going, I guess I should say.
And you keep me, because I was getting hacked. I don't know how many times each month. And I was I'm like, I don't have a computer background. And I kept trying to, and I would figure out, and I'd finally get back online, and then it would crash again. But with Jeremy, you've prevented all those. I'm touching wood because right now,
thank you. Me
there's
too.
a lot of crazy. There's a lot of concern about cyber attacks.
Yeah, cybersecurity. Right.
Security is vital, and Jeremy and New Bern Web Design that's your specialty, and I can't thank you enough for that. Seriously.
You are welcome, and thank you for saying that. Thank you for trusting me with that as well. So all right.
It's a win-win-win.
Yes, win all the way around. Exactly.
I loved your comment about when you're on social, to share and energy and tips and positive things. And I think that if we just go back to the word social, that's kind of what it means. If you're being sociable, you're being helpful, you're being kind, you're offering something positive to the other people who are in your feed, whether it's face to face or online or over the phone. So
that's
that positivity going.
I used to give the example when I was doing a talk somewhere. It won't be as easy to do it here, but just when you go to a public function, you don't just run into everybody and knock them over and say, "Hey, how you doing? I want to sell you my widget," or this and that. You don't do that. You shouldn't.
Right.
And, I know that so much of social is attention getting, and that's part of it because we're so distracted all the time. So we do have to get attention. But people don't want to be steamrolled, and they just want you to be helpful. So when you walk up to somebody and meet them at a chamber function or somewhere on the sidewalk, you're just trying to be polite and being helpful instead of being pushy and run over everybody. So maybe that face-to-face stuff does carry over to social and other things online. We need to remember that. So.
Yeah. Well, it really does, because when I'm out on the street and I may not know, somebody may say, "Oh, are you Wendy?" or whatever, and I'm like, "Wow, like I've been communicating with this person for I don't know how many years, and I've never met them, but it feels like an instant connection because we have a relationship. It's bizarre. But then again, I have a couple relatives that got married. They met online. Actually, two couples that are very almost immediate family. They met online. They got married. So good for them. Yeah. So
streamline the process. We can streamline the process.
Yeah. And
Oh.
there's Edwin Vargas. Hey, Edwin, thanks for joining us and thanks for tuning in. And Edwin and I were stationed together back at Naval School of Health Sciences, I think, in Bethesda back in the 90s. And then he
last
was
century.
In charge of supply. Down at Cherry Point as a civilian when I retired out of there. So so it's a small world. And thanks for joining us, Edwin. Let's see. And I want to give a shout out to Roland and the home sales team. Roland Bowen, he's a really good guy. He's got a great team. And if you're trying to buy or sell a house, he really looks out for the best interest of everyone. I really believe that. If I didn't believe it, I wouldn't say it. And if you're thinking about buying or selling, contact Roland at the home sales team at 2602 News Boulevard. Call 631-6787 or visit homesalesteamenc.com. He is an advertiser. He's one of just a couple that have really stepped up and teamed up with, and it's very important. I mean, I really need to come up with a business model so we can be sustainable and provide good information to our community in different ways, from the magazine to the show to the website. And I really appreciate everyone who, I get an email, this morning, somebody signed up for the daily for the monthly subscription.
Super.
And there's no paywall. We don't ask people, but I really just want to say thank you, because I really appreciate it. It helps with the cost of even just this platform. You know what I mean? So thank you to everyone. And yeah.
Well, Wendy.
Go ahead, Jane. Sorry.
Great. I just want to say, Wendy, that as a small business person, you can go to the Small Business Center at Craven Community College, and they will counsel you, and they'll also guide you to classes that are free. It's no charge. Our wonderful taxpayer dollars are paying for it, which is great, so that you can build a business and be paying more taxes. So that's why they're doing it. But it's a great thing. So they've always got stuff going on. You can go to the Small Business Center at Craven Community College online, and it'll tell you when the classes are. And I've got there's a monthly roundtable for small business owners, and right now it's at 8:00 in the morning, and it's I want to say the first Wednesday, but it's the 9th of March this year, or this month. And so the 9th of March, and I'm actually going to be speaking at this one, and it's going to be identifying your target market. So, but I'm just one of the speakers. There's always somebody that presents at these roundtables, and then of course the evening classes as well. So you've got a great opportunity to build your business with substantial resources, and they're free. They're just waiting there for you. So go get them.
And it's a wonderful group of people. I haven't been in a long time, Jane. I haven't seen you there. I'm sorry.
I know.
It's an early morning for us Pollocksville folks to have to commute, right? No, I would like to join that again. And I see that I still get the email. So
good.
Do that. So
I got to sign up for the email. I'm sorry, Jeremy.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, I got to sign up for that to be a reminder. You know what I mean?
It helps.
So
it does help.
Yeah,
well, I need to run. Is there anything else I can help you all with? I've got to get ready for 2 p.m. So.
We're going to give you a round of applause for 10 years and great work. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Hi, Marianne. Have
a
great day.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
Much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care. That's great.
He's awesome.
He is. He's such a cool guy. He's so low-key and everything. I had some problems when I first got here with some of my audio equipment, and Jeremy came by to my house and helped me get my audio studio set up. So I was really appreciative of that. That was just great. So he's a very knowledgeable guy and so mellow, so calm to work with. He's great. We've done a few projects together, so I really enjoy working with him.
Yeah, he is. And recently we were talking about, I forgot to mention it, but if people want to do a podcast or a video cast, now that I have the knowledge and skills, I would love to pass that on. So possibly we can do some kind of webinar or something to help people take that step. You know, I'll never forget when I first started, and it was just recording like audio. It wasn't live, but just pressing that red button. I couldn't say my name out loud. Like and it was just to the computer. It wasn't like anywhere. And it was just so hard. And you have been, you were in the Air Force as the Armed Forces Network. What was it? The AFN?
American Forces Network in Europe.
There we go. Yes. And so, I mean, you're a natural, but truly it's not, once you take that step, it's not that difficult. If I can do it, anyone can do it. That's the way I feel. So
Wendy, you are fearless, because everything you do, it's like, well, I'll just figure it out. I'm just going to learn it. I'm just going to go do it. And I think you're such a great inspiration for the rest of us who are chickens. So as a chicken, I really appreciate you.
But I don't even know if it's about fearless or anything. It's about, hey, we only live once. And if it doesn't work, then we just move on to something else. You know what I mean? And just accept any kind of, I don't look at something as failure. I look at, we learn from everything, whether it's a success or not. And it's you shouldn't be hard on yourself. It is what it is. It's what life is tossing at you. So
keep moving forward.
Keep on keeping on. And our dear friend Marianne, great job. Thank you, Wendy and Jane. You are the best. Thank you, Marianne. You and Jeremy are an adorable couple. So anyhow, and she is. I got to get up with her. Anyhow, okay.
Speaking of being terrified, I have to tell you, this was at one of the trade shairs. This is a few years ago when we did a trade share. Mary Ann LeRay walked up to me and said, Jane, you're going to do a Facebook Live right now and talk to my minions, all of the women that are under her. And she said, and you're going to explain to them about, meeting their client or something. I forget what it was. And I'm like, okay. And the first thing I did was I pulled out my Mary Kay lipstick. I said, you have to wait until I get my lipstick on. And then I just went, and that was the first time I had ever done anything like that. And I said, Mary Ann, thank you. I never would have done that on my own. And it was a great experience. So, sometimes it's nice to just have somebody give you a little shove.
Yeah. I mean, to encourage other people to just do it, so yeah. And actually, I think that's how I met Mary Ann back. I think it was through the Coastal Women's Forum. So originally. Yeah. And let's see. Okay. Let's talk about a couple things. But before we do, if you haven't heard, we have a contest today.
Oh, right.
And don't let me forget to give the answer, Jane.
I won't.
All right. The question is, what is the name of the freshwater salamander found in the Neuse and Tar River basins that's a threatened species? And a threatened species is likely in the near future to become endangered within all or much of its range. So it's got a really cool name. And
we want to keep it safe.
Yes. And I'm guessing that locals know what the name of this salamander is. So,
do we have any guesses yet?
No, but let's see, Marianne. Love your book and have given it as a gift to many.
Thank you, Marianne. You're so sweet.
Yes, and it's called, can you make money doing this? Or
you can make a living at that?
There you go. Wait. Let me just do you. Hold on one second. Let's see if I.
You can make a living at that. You can make a living at that? That's what it is.
How do I switch? I don't want me on there.
It doesn't matter.
Wait a second. Here. There we go. That is so cool. And I did. I paid it forward with my book. Actually, I had 2 books that I did, and I think it was just perfect. And that's another, writing a book. It doesn't have to be something really in depth or technical or.
Just give it a shot.
That was just very simple, and not that you're simple, but you'd really explain things, and it was very
well, that's
good.
the whole idea,
So,
was that it was for people who were just starting into business, and a lot of people like Jeremy, got laid off and has to start a business, and it's a whole different mindset. And so I just tried to make it easy to understand, what you're going to be getting involved in now that you're the business owner. It's different than being the employee, and you can have a lot of fun with it too. And I think that's one of the things, if you do decide to work for yourself, you do have to remember to have some fun.
yes, and be able to laugh at yourself.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
If you can't laugh at yourself, then yeah, I mean it's very important.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
that's okay, what happened here? Sorry.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to
we got anybody in our waiting room?
let's see. No, but I'm gonna type the question. I'm like, that would be a good idea. Just type the question. I was gonna copy and paste,
there you go.
But while I'm typing the question, Jane, do you want to talk about the upcoming the
election schedule?
Election, yes, please.
Yeah, this is a big deal because we've got a new date for elections. It is now Tuesday, May 17th, 2022, and that's for the primary elections. So the current candidates that have filed their notices of candidacy on December 6th through 8th of 2021, they will not have to refile. They're still good to go. So if you're planning to run, or somebody who is, file for federal, state, and county offices starts at 8 a.m. today, Thursday, February 24th, 2022, and it ends on Friday, the 4th of March at noon. So keep that in mind, that it started today and it ends at noon, Friday, March 4th, 2022. And it's the City of New Bern election will be held on May 17th also. And the filing dates for that start on today, Thursday, the 24th, 2002 at 8 a.m. it started. And it ends again on 12 noon, Friday, the 4th of March, 2022. So get those things in order and mark your calendar, especially for voters, that you're going to vote for the primary on the 17th of May, 2022. I'm adamant about voting. So I think that might also be the military background. I don't know, but voting is something, it's a duty, not just a privilege. So there.
Yeah. And people, a lot of people are like, well, I mean, this is going to fly by real quick. And if somebody was really looking into, be trying to run, they need to do it. They need to step up now. So, yeah. And
so if they've already registered as a candidate, they're fine. But if they haven't yet, they got to do it now.
Yes.
Starts now. So jump on it. So what else is going on here, Wendy?
Okay, we have the United Way of Coastal Carolina's Books for Littles drive. We'll be collecting new and gently used books for preschool to young adult readers from now until March 1st.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and the books will be donated to nonprofit agencies in Carteret, Craven, Jones, and Pamlico counties and used to restock the Little Free libraries in several area locations.
Oh, that's wonderful.
The following locations will be accepting donated books. It's the United Way of Coastal Carolina opposite 601 Broad Street, Black Insurance Agency at 2113 South Glen Burnie Road, and Trent Woods Town Hall at 898 Chelsea Road in Trent Woods. And, I didn't realize it kind of blended in with the background, but I was at Christ Church walking through the churchyard last week or the week before, and I saw a little library, what is it called? The little
libraries. Yeah.
And it just blended in. I opened it up because some of them I think they're called blessing boxes or food pantries, Yeah,
there's different things. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're all over the place. I mean, so I think we should have a little map in the area so people, especially for the food, we have one out here at Pleasant Hill Park for, people that need food, non-perishable goods.
Yeah, there's a box out by Crummer Brew because I see that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, those are great. The blessing boxes are really a very creative way to help people and make it easy for them to get the things they need. This is super. I don't know if you heard about this. There's a young man named Orion Gene, and now I can't think of where he's from, darn it, but he is the Times Kid of the Year. And he decided that he would start a social enterprise, and it's really, he calls it a kindness enterprise. And one of the things he did was he collected a tremendous amount of books, like 500,000 books for kids, because there's so many children that do not have books at home and could really use them. And also he did a food drive where he did, I think, 100,000 meals for people in his area, and he's 11 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Holy cow. This is an amazing child. And so when you think about these book drives and all, here's an 11-year-old who thought of this too, who thought these kids need books. They don't have the access and they need them. And so if you've got books at home for your, maybe your kids, like my kids are not kids anymore, they're adults. I'm going to have a 40-year-old in a few months. Ooh. And anyhow, they don't want their books. They really don't. So move them along. Get them to somebody who can actually use them.
That's so
broke my heart. Yes. No, he doesn't want them. So
yeah. And that's all new. So that's another subject. But in the meantime, okay, we have on March 1st. Guess what March 1st is?
It's the Craven County Sheriff's Office Civil Bureau will hold a public auction of property that has been seized. Oh boy, you can get some good stuff here. From the execution of tax warrants, according to North Carolina General Statute GS 105-242.
Yeah.
And the auction will be held at the Craven County Sheriff's Office, located at 1100 Clarks Road, New Bern. And the list of the property auctioned and sold is as follows. Oh boy.
Ready?
You need a new truck? A 2005 Dodge pickup truck, a 1998 Harley Davidson motorcycle, a 1998 Esco boat trailer.
And wait for it.
And you can even get the boat to go with it, a 1998 Bayliner 20-foot boat. If you've got questions about any of this, the auction or the things that are being auctioned, the auctioned items, you can call for questions at 252-636-6661. 252-636-6661. And this is the Craven County Sheriff's Auction. So they'll give you more information about that. Wow. So you're going to go get another truck?
Oh my gosh, I would love to have one. But actually, at the little Honda I got, Finn's CRV. It's a 2006.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's the Finn mobile. He just loves it, and he's got so much space. So I'm like, I really miss I had two Mazda pickup trucks ever since I was like in my early 20s, and they were two different models. But I really want a pickup truck because going camping and putting the wood in the back and all your gear and traveling, it's so handy, but Finn is more important. So I got to suck it up. But this is very, a lot of people are interested in this auction. And if you haven't heard of it, we just wanted to get the word out there on March 1st at 10 a.m. So, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be something. And again, that's at the Craven County Sheriff's Office, and that's at 1100 Clarks Road in New Bern.
Yes.
You could get a boat and a trailer and a motorcycle.
There
you could get the whole package, because actually you could hitch the trailer to the truck, put the motorcycle in the back of the truck, secure it, and then tow the boat. And so you could go home with a complete package of entertainment. I don't know.
I'm really curious, how much they're going to go for.
Yeah.
I just love watching auctions. I don't know what it is. It's bizarre. So, and also what's happening this Saturday, holy cow, the Mardi Gras. Darn it. I wanted to get dressed up again. We missed it. We had Steve Kelly on last time to tell us about it. And if you missed it, it's going to be the historic Ghent neighborhood in New Bern is hosting the 6th annual New Bern Mardi Gras on Saturday, February 26th from 11 to 5 p.m. on Spencer Ave. So for all the details, go to New Bern. I think it's newbernmardigras.com. But just if that's not the case, just Google New Bern Mardi Gras or go on newbernnow.com and click on their ad, and it will go right to their website.
That's great. I can't believe it's been 6 years that they've been doing this. I was telling somebody about it. I said, yeah, it's been going on, I think, like 3 years.
Yeah, 6 years. It is. It's shocking.
Great.
And also, I just want to give a shout out to the stellar entertainment lineup featuring Alyssa Mike, the Joe Bies Project, George Oliver and the Bonafides, Brian Mayer, Madame Z's Cabaret, New Bern Puppets, so fun stuff and food and just great time. So
that'll be a great thing to do. Super.
Yeah.
And that Saturday starts at 11 and runs till 5.
Yes. Super. And what else do we got here? We have. You ready for it? Let me see. Where did I put it? Upcoming events. We should have some music playing in the background.
Nexus Poets March open mic at 7 o'clock at the New Bern Unitarian Fellowship, 308 Meadow Street. Here's your opportunity to go in and give your poetry or reading out in front of public people. So this could be a lot of fun. And that will be on the 1st. That's Saturday, right? Saturday? Yep. No, that's not Saturday. What's March 1st? That's not till, that's next Monday.
Did you skip over the March or the February? No, March 1st to the 27th.
I did. I'm missing some of my February stuff here. I'm already into March. Okay. So, oh dear. Well, if you messed up and you haven't gotten your Valentine's Day card yet, or maybe you're just a real romantic and you want to be prepared, there are still Valentine cards available for sale at the Bank of the Arts. And they're really adorable. And every year I go down there and get one of these cards because they're made by kids and it's a great way to fund our arts programs. And it's really just super duper. So if you are in trouble, if you want to stay out of trouble, go down there, pick up a Valentine's card because they're good anytime. Hearts and Flowers works all the time. And that's at 317 Middle Street. And just drop down to the Bank of the Arts and check out their Valentine's card sale. So what have you got going on there?
Yeah, and we also have the Twin Rivers Quilting Guild exhibit, which will be March 1st through the 27th. And that's going to be at the North Carolina History Center. That's always a wonderful exhibit. I don't know how many years they've been doing that, but it's been a long time. And March 3rd through the 27th is looking back, moving forward, images from civil rights movement in the South. And that's at the Holtz Chapel Community Center. So out in Oriental. So check them out there. And
that's on Thursday through Sunday. That's when that's open.
Right.
Yeah. Nice. That's great. Oriental is a wonderful little ride. So take the ride, go see people. It's a great little place to visit. On the 24th, Tracing Our Past, a reflection, that's tonight, on Craven County's Black History. That's 6 p.m. at Craven County Community College, the Nauman Community Room in Ward Hall. And if you need more information on that, call 252-514-0562 or go to the Craven Community College website and you can see more about that as well.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And on the 25th, go visit I talked to General Tom Broughton the other day, and the Eastern Carolina Aviation Heritage Foundation, their 13th annual gala is going to be at the Havelock Tourist and Event Center, and that's going to be on Friday, the 25th of February. So it's a big deal. So they still have tickets. Give them a call at 444-4348.
Yeah, that's quite an event. And I understand the speaker that he has is somebody that's really going to knock your socks off. So that's a great thing to go attend. If you're looking for something on a little lighter side, The Wedding Singer is being presented by the Rivertown Players. And that starts tomorrow night, February 25th and 26th and March 4th, 5th, 11th, 12th. And that's at 7:30 and February 27th and March 6th, if you want to go to a matinee, at 3 o'clock. And it's a great comedy, and it's rated PG-13 because there is a little bit of an adult theme to it. And the director is Anne Marie Bird, and the producer is Susie Tilley. Tickets are $20 or $10 for students. It should be a fun thing to go see. And again, that is at the
Masonic
Theater.
Right, Rivertown. Right,
Right.
Rivertown Players.
Right.
Yes. So
Okay.
that's and
Great.
I love a matinee. You know. So
Yep.
that's
Those are
fun.
great. And then you've got on the 3rd of March, Erica Butlers, accompanied by
Butters.
Sorry, trifocals not working. Much better. Erica Butters, accompanied by Cliff Bagley, performs a recital of Disney favorites. Oh my gosh, this would be like a huge sing-along. They probably don't want us to do that. But that's 12:15 at Christ Church on the 3rd, and that's at 320 Pollock Street. That sounds like so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It really does. You know, yes.
Everybody's going to be singing Let It Go. Let It Go.
Yeah. I think that would be a really good time. So
that could be a lot of fun. And if you're looking for something a little more highbrow, on the 6th, the North Carolina Symphony is coming, and it's the Rachmaninoff Symphony No. 2, and that's 7:30 at the New Bern Riverfront Convention Center, and that's at 203 Front Street. Of course, you know that. But this is a great opportunity to hear our phenomenal orchestra and some great Rachmaninoff music. So that's lovely.
Yeah, and they haven't been to town in a while, so this is fantastic. They're coming back. And then let's see, Perceiving Strength, Women's Tea and Fundraiser, and I think that's sold out. I think
that is sold out, but that's wonderful. So if you're going, you are one of the lucky women who gets to go to that, because it's going to be a phenomenal event.
Yes, big deal. So,
and it supports Habitat for Humanity, so that's even better.
Yes, yeah. And if you're looking for any kind of music or entertainment venues or events, check out New Bern Music Calendar on Facebook. And that's Joanne Friedman's Labor of Love. Thank you, Joanne, for doing that. That's a lot of hard work keeping up that calendar, and we really appreciate it. So
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday, hit the New Bern Farmers Market. Oh my gosh, you can find so many wonderful things there. Every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., you can go down there, do your grocery shopping. And if you have a SNAP card, it's a 2-for-1. So that's one of the benefits of having that SNAP card. But it's wonderful. You get everything from soaps to fresh vegetables. How can you go wrong? And there's a couple of great coffee sellers that are out there too, for those of you who need your caffeine fixes. But that's the Farmers Market every Saturday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. and that's on Front Street. Bring your own bags, just like you're going to the regular grocery store, and fill them up, because you can do a lot of your grocery shopping right there at the Farmers Market. It's fantastic.
There you go. Yeah, definitely. And for more information about any kind of community events, or if you have a community event that you want to share with us, email us at info@newbernnow.com. And one thing I forgot to mention, if you are a candidate running for local office, we are going to do a separate, it's not the Pod Squad is not going to do this. It's going to be a different show, but it's going to be on our platform, and we're going to be interviewing local candidates. So we are not allowing any kind of people bashing each other. It's information only. And if you have questions for the candidates, please, they're going to be all the same questions across the board. And please email us at info@newbernnow.com if you're a candidate, or if you have questions.
Send your questions for the candidates to Wendy at info@newbernnow.com. And if you're a candidate who is interested in appearing with Wendy to answer these questions on your own, one-on-one, then send a message to Wendy at info@newbernnow.com.
There you go.
All right.
And hopefully I won't be the one doing the interviews, because I prefer to be behind the scenes, but I really love doing the Pod Squad. So and what else? Oh, we have a new writer, hopefully will be joining us. So stay tuned.
Super.
And he may be appearing on the Pod Squad next time. He's a young gentleman, and I'm really excited. We're looking for we always welcome any people from, 18 to whatever, or any age, as long as they have parental consent. But, to join us, because that's how we learn from each other, from all different backgrounds, and become a member of our show or become a writer. Yeah. And so, okay, let's get back to the
yeah. So what happened with the contest? Anything?
I'm trying to figure it out. Where is the thing here? Okay. Okay, folks, contest.
What's the name of the freshwater salamander found in the New Centaur River Basin that is a threatened species? And the winner is?
And I need to say what, not that.
Oh.
No wonder that people are like, what? Like, should I answer that? Okay, what is the name? Come on, folks, just Google it. You'll get a chance to win a gift certificate to McCoy's barbecue and grill on Neuse Boulevard. They have delicious food. They happen to be my neighbors, but no, they're not giving me a free gift certificate. This is not. Yeah. Anyway, what else? Do you have anything else, Jane?
Just, to remember to get to the small business center and look around for different ways to support each other in town here. And if you're, as things are coming up, we're getting into that season where you still get to buy stuff. When you're shopping, shop downtown, because we've got some great stores downtown that have all kinds of wonderful things that you can find. Lots of different stuff. And also Carolina Creations is going to have a new art show come up too. So I know she just posted something about that. If you're bored, it's your own fault, because there's a lot to do here, lots to see. And we've got some friends who are going to be coming in at the end of the month, and they've said, okay, so we want to see, the area. And we're like, okay. So it's going to be an adventure to introduce these Mainers to our little town.
I love Maine. Oh yeah. My gosh. Yeah. Yeah. That was one of my favorite duty stations. And speaking of shopping, downtown is awesome. I got my Don't Pollute shirt from Surf, Wind and Fire. I'm not really a shopper, but I saw it and I'm like, I just had to have it. Anyway, so you have the downtown businesses, and also there's the businesses the retail shops have started to go out on Trent Road.
Yeah, Trent Road is getting to be quite a little paradise.
Yeah, and up, along Neuse. Well, there's a few on Neuse Boulevard and MLK. So there's so many neat places. Yeah. There's Zach's of Mallard Town. Have you been out there to Trenton? No. Zach Kuntz and his wife. I'm so sorry, I can't remember your name. Anyway, Zach is a jeweler, and it's a really cute country store, little place, or actually it's a nice sized place, but it gives you that old homey feel. You know what I mean? They sell the different types of peanuts. I can't remember. Anyway, really good place to.
And where's that located?
It's in Trenton. So
in Trenton. Okay.
Just Google Zach, ZAK 'S of Mallard Town, like a mallard duck.
Yep.
Mallard Town.
Yeah.
And okay.
Yeah, we've got lots of great places around here. And I stopped in the Fix last Sunday. Oh my gosh, it smelled so wonderful, because they do their own roasting of coffee. It's great. And if you want to go in and hide, this is a super place to do it, because they've got these great couches. You can take your cup of coffee. You can sit there. You don't have to tell anybody where you are. And it's just kind of like a little oasis, a little escape for you. But wonderful coffee. The pastries were like, so just, if you're out and about, just saying.
And they're out there by Coastal Soul, right?
Yes, they're right near Coastal Soul. Yeah. Yep. And that's the other thing. Start thinking about, you've got to get new sneakers for the spring, because you've got to get out there and start really walking. So Coastal Soul can help you out with that too. We've got lots of great options here. I'm really amazed at what we have.
We got a great town. Yeah, we got a great town here in New Bern. And I don't have any answer. Come on,
Nobody's
folks.
Answered yet.
Nobody's got answered. Do you want a gift certificate? What is the name of the freshwater salamander found in the Neuse and Tar River basins that's a threatened species?
I bet Marianne LeRay knows because she's actually an outdoor girl and she knows a lot of stuff. So I'm waiting to see if she can pop up with an answer here.
Okay, anyone?
Well,
if you don't answer by the time we say that's a wrap, well, we'll do send us your announcements, stories, and or events, and we'll add them to the calendar on New Bern Now's website, and then share it on social media in our daily email. And speaking of the daily news email, go on newbernnow.com and enter your email and press subscribe. And every day, normally at 6 p.m., all the articles that were published that day will be put into email, and you'll get it in your inbox. And if you don't want to read it, just delete it. But it's to keep you informed, So,
and if you want to be a really good little citizen, she won't tell you this, but at the very bottom it says donate, because it takes time and energy and other things to get things done. So you can donate, and $5 a month, and you get this wonderful newsletter. Come on, just do it. You get to know what's going on in town. It's really cool.
And you don't have to actually. I think it says subscribe because I'm a business. I'm not a nonprofit, so it's not. But you don't have to get the email. I just want to make sure everyone that's clear. But you can. And thank you, Jane. I appreciate that. And our friend Sonja. Here we go. You ready?
She
answered it. Woo!
All right.
Winner, chicken dinner at McCoy's restaurant and grill.
Nice work, Sonja.
Barbecue and grill. Great job, Sonja.
That's super.
And Sonja is an awesome realtor too.
She is.
So, yes.
She absolutely is. And a great sense of humor. She makes me laugh. Every time I see her, she says something silly to me, and I love it.
She is. She's just really fun-filled woman. And it's the Neuse from the Water Dog is the answer. So
great. Congratulations.
Yay.
All right. Yay. Woo-hoo. So let's see. Is that a wrap then?
So I think that, let me just remove this if I can figure it out. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, well, that's a wrap, Jane.
Okay. So this video and audio will be uploaded to newbernnow.com and wherever you listen to your podcast. You can also listen to the show on New Bern's talk news radio station, WNOS. It's a trifocals again. Shame on me. That's at 103.9 FM. And tune in by tuning in every Wednesday at 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. And thanks for listening. Have a great day. Thank you, Wendy. This is always fun.
Thank you, Jane. And thank you, everyone, for watching. And we hope you have a great day, great weekend. Get out and enjoy this beautiful weather.
All right.
Woo! See you later.
Round of applause.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.